is good, man. That guy's really good. He's fucking huge, man.
Yeah.
It's the opposite thing,
Yeah,
right? He's
for
cutting
sure.
a ton of weight. Every time I interview him, I'm like, how?
Yeah.
You're enormous. He looks
Yeah.
like a heavyweight.
Yeah.
And he is a heavyweight when he fights. I mean, he's over 205 for sure.
Yeah,
when he
these
fights.
guys, they blow up.
And I think because of that, you have this, you have speed, and not just speed of the strikes, but the way you move in and out.
Understand why everyone continues to group Ankalaev in the Dagestani wrestler kind of fighter. He's not. He's not. He's his own type of Dagestani fighter that loves to strike, that loves to pick people.
Just did a fantastic job of shutting down the scariest guy in the division. They didn't like it because it wasn't like some crazy result and a giant knockout like you get in most Pereira fights, but it was so technical. It was a good fight. You know, he looked good on the feet. That guy's really good. But that's a big fight. Main event, light heavyweight title. I'm pumped. Ankalaev's knocked a lot of people out. We always look at Pereira's knockouts, but God, when he gets on his back, you're in such danger. Like nobody else in the division. It's weird. Ankalaev has knocked out some of the best guys in the division, and he only lost one time. If you look at his performances, the guy's not had a bad performance. Like there's not one fight that was boring. There's not one fight where he wasn't trying to win. Right, he's fighting top contenders.
Ankalaev is good, man. That guy's really good. He's huge, man. It's the opposite thing, right? He's cutting a ton of weight. Every time I interview him, I'm like, how? Yeah, you're enormous. He looks like a heavyweight, yeah. And he is a heavyweight when he fights. I mean, he's over 205 for sure, yeah. These guys, they blow up. And I think because of that, you have this, you have speed. And not just speed of the strikes, but the way you move in and out. I don't understand why everyone continues to group Uncle in the Dagestani wrestler kind of fighter. He's not. He's not. He's his own type of Dagestani fighter that loves to strike, that loves to pick people apart and get them out of there. And his right hand is more powerful, but he just doesn't land it as often that way. You know, his frame's different too. Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira are all set to face each other for the second time in a light heavyweight clash at UFC 320. The fans are excited to witness this rematch. And to further increase anticipation, Joe Rogan has shared his breakdown of this fight. Joe Rogan praises Magomed Ankalaev for his technical performance against one of the scariest fighters in the division. He highlights that while it wasn't a spectacular knockout like many of Alex Pereira's finishes, Ankalaev looked sharp on his feet and controlled the fight effectively. Rogan emphasizes that the upcoming light heavyweight title fight is a major event, noting Pereira's dangerous knockout power and Ankalaev's consistent ability to compete at the highest level against top contenders. Ankalaev just did a fantastic job of shutting down the scariest guy in the division. They didn't like it because it wasn't like some crazy result in a giant knockout like you get in most Pereira fights, but it was so technical. It was a good fight. You know, he looked good on the feet. That guy's really good. But that's a big fight. Main event, light heavyweight title. I'm pumped. Uncle has knocked a lot of people out. We always look at Pereira's knockouts, but God, when he gets on his back, you're in such danger. Like nobody else in the division. It's weird. Uncle has knocked out some of the best guys in the division, and he only lost one time. If you look at his performances, the guy's not had a bad performance. Like, there's not one fight that was boring. There's not one fight where he wasn't trying to win, right? He's fighting top contenders. He's fighting top guys. Yeah, he's a mega animal. Meanwhile, Kamaru Usman challenges the notion that Magomed Ankalaev is a typical Dagestani wrestler. He explains that Ankalaev is a unique fighter who prefers striking and picking opponents apart rather than relying solely on takedowns. Usman notes that Ankalaev struggled with takedowns against Pereira in their first fight and emphasizes that Ankalaev strategically conserves energy while showcasing his seasoned striking skills. I don't understand why everyone continues to group Uncle in the Dagestani wrestler kind of a fighter. He's not. He's not. He's his own type of Dagestani fighter that loves to strike, that loves to pick people apart and get them out of there. That is who Magomed Uncle is. He's not the Dagestani wrestler that's going to come in there, level change, show you level changes, shovel changes, take you down, and just beat your face down while you're down in there. He's not that guy. We saw him struggle to take Pereira down the first fight. That's not the case. That's not what's going to happen here. He's not. Uncle is very, very good and seasoned striker to where this is where he likes to be. This is where he's been for years now. This is where he likes to conserve his energy. This is him, because he also understands that by giving this continuous takedown attempts, I'm going to get tired as well. And so I don't think we're going to see that. I think they're both going to stand there, and they're both going to go to war. Kamaru Usman also defends Miami at Ankalaev after Den Thomas suggested trading him for Dakota Dava from the PFL. Usman acknowledges Chiva's talent, but insists Ankalaev is a champion, shouldn't be talked about that way. He stresses respect for Ankalaev and jokingly warns Thomas that they'll settle the matter in person, making it clear he won't let anyone disrespect his teammate. I do think that would be a good addition to the UFC whenever should that time arise and present itself. I do think the UFC would be interested in her, but of course right now she's under contract with the PFL.
She's doing phenomenal things there, so we give her props and we let her stay there. But to say that you should trade a champion like Magomed Uncle Dean Thomas, me and you need to wrestle. Next time I see you, we wrestling. All right, uncle to nephew, we gonna wrestle, because I don't like what you said that. Don't talk about my boy uncle like that, bro. All right, yo, Henry, we gonna let him slide until we see him in person.
Then we can run up on him. On the other hand, Miami at Ankalaev reveals plans to move up to heavyweight after a few more title defenses. He says gaining weight is easy for him, reaching 110 kilograms quickly, and after a couple more fights at light heavyweight, he intends to make the jump to the heavier division. Miami at Ankle said, "Yes, heavyweight is definitely in my future plans. The weight is going up easily. I get to 110 kilograms quickly, maybe a couple more fights after that, I'll definitely move up." However, Dricus du Plessis predicts Alex Pereira will reclaim the light heavyweight title from Magomed at Ankalaev. He highlights that Pereira's striking has never been the issue, but the clinch exchanges cause difficulties. Duplessis expects Pereira to adapt and handle those situations better in the rematch. Do you think there's actually more pressure on Pereira here? I think what's going to happen here is, he's coming to prove a point, and like you say, he's not a young guy anymore. He's nearing the end of his career, so it's going to be exciting to see what he does after this, regardless of the outcome. I honestly feel the way I saw him in training, the stuff that I saw, he looks sharper. He looks, like I said, just more intense. But the striking was never the problem. For him. It was the fact that he got smothered, and for a striker, that is not so hard to, I think he has the right people around. That's not going to be so hard to start and figure out, this is how I don't get smothered. Learn to fight in that clinch situation, because he has the elbows, he has the knees, he has all that. So he's going to need to keep his back off the fence, and I do believe that they've spent enough time on working on that, and him taking some time away from the sport was good for him. Sometimes you need to do that to, get that reset and get that hunger back. I really don't see this fight going the distance this time, but I'm putting my money on Pereira to claim the title. I have to go with him. Alex Pereira appreciates Dricus du Plessis backing him to meet at Ankalaev. He praises du Plessis as an important figure in MMA and values hearing his perspective. Dricus du Plessis, he was on a video this morning and he was actually very complimentary of you. He was asked about the winner this weekend. He said he's picking you. He complimented your team. He said he thinks the team around you is going to be able to make the adjustments necessary to win this fight. He thinks the time off was good for you. Wanted to know your thoughts on that and if you had a message back for him.
I just have to say thanks to him. He's an important guy in MMA too.
He's a guy that has done a lot, and it's good to hear his point of view. So is there still a chance that we see the two of them one day? It's possible. Meanwhile, Alex Pereira brushes off Magomed at Ankalaev's coach, calling him an old kickboxer without true knockout power. He says he doesn't pay attention to his opponent's hype or videos, focusing only on his own preparation. Pereira adds that he's confident Ankalaev's camp will be in for a surprise when they face him in the octagon. Did you see on the countdown his coach saying he's not impressed with your speed and you don't have power, and you have a powerful punch, but you don't have the ability to just put someone away? Do you think he believes that, or is that just him kind of building up his fighter? For sure, it's just talk. He saw it in my fight with Ankalaev, but he also saw it in all the other fights. Come on, even the ref said that in 30 years he never seen anything like that. But it's good. Let him think that he'll be in for a surprise. When those videos come out, I skip through it. I don't watch the other guy. I don't watch any of his stuff. I watch what I'm doing. I'll watch my fight with him, but I don't want to hear about what he's doing. And I don't want to see what he's doing. I swear that I don't. I don't watch it. Earlier, Mommy, at Ankalaev's coach, downplayed Alex Pereira's skills, describing him as a predictable and slower kickboxer whose knockout power was overrated. He expressed confidence that Ankalaev could outstrike Pereira if needed. Believing his fighter had the tools to control the fight despite Pereira's reputation as a top-level striker, Magomed Ankalaev's coach said, "In wrestling, he cannot surprise with anything. His technique is standard. His strikes are standard. He's an old kickboxer. He has no speed. Alex has a punch, but not the kind that can really knock you out. And I tell everyone, if Magomed opens up, he'll surprise everyone and can even outplay in pure stand-up a better striker than Alex Pereira."